Oh, champ. Run up these likes, and make sure you hit the hype button at the end of the video. That is, yo, listen, crazy Friday is upon us, man. Listen, if you ain't know, man, 50 took shots at T.I. and Tiny, really the whole Harris family, in the Power Origins theme song, in case you ain't know, right? And that's cool, that's great, that's fine and dandy. With T.I. done already dropped a diss track like an hour ago in response to the whole Power Origins shot. T.I. done dropped another diss track. You feel me? It's getting crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't go live yesterday because technical issues. Technical issues was the reason. But yeah, 50 dropped this last night, and now all of a sudden, T.I. done got another diss track out. What's this, like the 5th or 4th diss from T.I.? Are we gonna get more disses from Damani and King Harris? If so, I think that's doing too much, in my opinion. I ain't gonna lie, but let's see what 50 said, cause I can't play this whole thing. This is the shot that 5th took though.
Niggas still can't move me. I'm back with my dope boy grandma. Your daddy made your mama eat every box in Atlanta. Freak shit, peep shit, keep shit on the low, but everybody know.
Yeah, man. That's what 5th said. Your daddy made your mama eat every box in Atlanta. That's really hinting at the documentary, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that's hinting at the documentary. I ain't gonna lie. It's getting crazy, man. It's getting wild. Oh, champ. Getting out of hand. I ain't gonna lie, gang. Listen, make sure y'all smash the like. Now, we gonna jump into this T.I. thing. Because, again, T.I. did indeed diss. Okay. T.I. dissed 50 Cent in response. So, he's responding. Now, this record is called Trauma Bonding, by the way. Just so we're clear here. It's called Trauma Bonding. Hold on. It's called Trauma Bond. Trauma Bond by T.I. T.I. just dropped this an hour ago. Mayor, how did you know this? How did you get this so soon? Don't ask questions. Did I like it? I didn't even listen to the whole thing yet. That's the crazy part. I'll run a little bit. I'll run it from here. We go my shit anyway. We go shine it anyway. They gon' celebrate us. What's good with all these hooks, man? I don't know what's good with all these hooks and what have you. Alright? This is gonna get old fast. I'm just gonna keep it honest. This is gonna get old fast, even though people are gonna drag it. It's definitely gonna get old fast. We just gotta be real about the situation, gang. I ain't gonna lie, but let's continue. Go ahead.
Like they did when Obama won, eating good, like an Abu Dhabi in the Ramadan. Bitches, they gon' sweat a nigga heavy like the Salazar. Drugs out of Jonathan, Major is my youngest son. We a one-on-one, nigga, you another none. Me and mine to the end of time, it's a trauma bond.
Okay. I don't like that beat, man. That beat ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna lie. Either way, it's like, this is not a rap battle, homie. This is not a rap battle. 5th is looking at this like, yo, he's really just having fun with this. I ain't gonna lie. T.I.'s taking this personal. T.I.'s using this for clout. Yo, bro, this doesn't end well. Tree Sing says at work, like, what? Well, 5th rapped after all. Well, we rapped for the theme song to a show and use his show as leverage to diss T.I. You dig? Pillar YE says 50 diss to T.I. is weak as F, not gonna lie, and he's a dry snitch. How y'all let him get away with it but won't listen to Gunna is wild to me. How is he telling? What are we talking about? What? Let's continue, man.
I say it's me and mine till the end of time. It's a trauma bond. This is a result of staying down, having it, spreading shit around like the ground. I'm adamant, make sure all of mine touch your paper. I'm hands on, cool on these line ass bitches like the fan on. Ain't no back and.
So, I guess he's talking about the 30 accusers here. And I have to pause this because T.I.'s a bozo. He copyright claims everything. Unfortunately, his sons didn't copyright claim. Actually, they did. King Harris didn't do no copyright claims, but this bozo did. I ain't gonna lie. Which is dumb. Like, nigga, don't you want, you know what I'm saying? Your things to get traction, ain't that the whole thing? He's a goddamn bozo. But yeah, apparently he's mentioning these 30 accusers that accuse him of doing whatever it is that they say he did. Once again, you know, the only reason that those girls that accused T.I. and Tiny of what they didn't really process any charges is because statute of limitation. But apparently they had all the proof and all that. You dig? But let's keep it going.
They on the internet, I'm pulling up. I still live in the world where you act like a girl, real nigga, just avoid you, you sus. I've been lesson for these bitches, lesson learned. I see the pleasure ain't as heavy as the strength. Hey, listen, you ain't getting busy in my city, you got shitty luck. Pimp squad, we been pimping hard from the giddy up.
Pimp squad, we been pimping hard from the giddy up. What the hell does that even mean, nigga? And if you are pimping, I ain't gonna lie, that look crazy. Pimping in 2026 is not a good look, shit. You heard? I'm just gonna keep it tall with you, gang. Salute to Tasha Slay 11 TV with the $10 in town taxes. Salute to you paying those town taxes, keeping the IRS off of your back. You dig? All champ. Pill NYE says, yeah, 50 brought it back up. That's a form of dry snitching, gang. Yeah, how is that dry snitching? How is that dry? What you saying don't make sense. And it's how I know a lot of y'all ain't been outside, bro. Because you're saying that public knowledge is dry snitching. That doesn't make sense. So if people were victimized, let's just say people were victimized, that's dry snitching? Do you know what snitching means, homie? Do you? I don't think you do. You ain't been outside. Niggas just be talking. They may have really been outside. What are you talking about? You don't know what snitching means. You just an internet person. You ain't really been outside for real. You just talking. The man been outside. The man knows a lot of people. Billy Wade says fifth moving strategic made that man a whole theme song in the booth, and T.I. think this is a rap battle still is crazy. This is called delusion. It's called delusion, champ. It's called salute society. You're a bozo. Pimping? Why would he say that? Yeah, T.I., why would you say that you're pimping? That's not smart, champ. T.I. said he been pimping. He been pimping since the Giddy Up and this record. You done literally shot yourself in the foot without realizing that you did. That's not smart, champ. Who's gonna tell T.I. that saying that you've been pimping from the Giddy Up is like a confession and nearly admitting that you've been doing some type of trafficking? Not the smartest light bulb in the box. All right. Let's keep it going, man.
They gon' celebrate us like they did when Obama won. Eating good like in Abu Dhabi in the Ramadan. Bitches, they gon' sweat a nigga heavy like the sun is on. Drugs out of done a ton. Major is my youngest son. We a one-on-one. Nigga, you a none. Me and mine till the end of time. It's a trauma bond.
But we know he was selling dope. That ain't nothing. We know he was selling dope. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm Just Me says, pimping is used as a metaphor for working hard. I don't care. That don't mean nothing on me. I ain't gonna lie. Feel me? It doesn't matter. Saying pimping in 2026 is not good. You gotta keep up with. You gotta read the room right now. You think saying that you pimping of any kind is smart? It's not smart. It's not smart, champ. I'm telling you, it's not smart. Uncle Dust says, I'm sorry. I hate this ish. Yeah. Me too, champ. I'm glad we on the same page. It's garbage. Yo, gang. This ain't it. And obviously it ain't it. It's obvious that this ain't it. You feel me? It's obvious that this ain't it. It's obvious that this ain't it. Nah, he ludicrous. Yo, listen, saying pimping in the early 2000s versus saying pimping now is two different things. Tasha says T.I. brought this beef back, now he want to play victim. Yeah, of course he is. Copping a plea is in T.I.'s repertoire. Feel me? Let's keep it going.
I say it's me and mine till the end of time. It's a trauma bond. Can't see you haters comments from up here where I'm at. Integrity is priceless, say something that you can finance. Gotta kiss ass to make it, then fuck it, I move to Thailand. Hold it to my fans, stay as solid as I can.
Why would you move to Thailand? That's not the place to move. You know what's in Thailand, champ? I would hope you all do. Thailand wasn't good. That wasn't smart, champ. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm telling you, gang. Sad says, for someone who likes to use big words, you would think he knows the definition of trauma bond, not positive. Yo, listen, man. It's early as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Interjet. 50 can rap his ass off though, but songs sound like it was meant for something else, and he threw a line in about Tiny. You're right. The song is the theme song for Power Origins. The song that T.I. dropped, I want you to know, is not necessarily really a diss track, but it is a shot at the Harris family. And you see what I'm saying? So what you heard from and I'll play it again later in a second when we done listening to this. Basically, Fifth dropped the theme song for Power Origins, which is a new series on Stars, and he did a theme song, and he added in the line that, yeah, your daddy made your mama eat every box in Atlanta, which is in reference to all the accusations that the 30 women put on T.I. and Tiny in the past, right? Basically, so that's what Fifth did. He's trying to get bank off this. T.I.'s not getting no bank off these disses, if we being real. But let's continue.
Yeah, these niggas, they be suckers for clicks, a bitch for the algorithm. They mama ran the street, she should've left their daddy with them. Cause now they out here being sassy with their mannerisms. Dick pulling, trying to find out what a man to give them. Traded in your self-respect for attention. Nigga traded in your morals for a mention. Made a
Morals for a mention? What are you talking about? Bro, you came at Fifth don't care about you, bro. You gotta stop this nonsense, this make-believe nonsense that Fifth really give a damn about this nigga. He doesn't. T.I. is nowhere near in the same stratosphere as 50 Cent. He's not. He's not. 50 Cent, if you want to be real, it goes along with the Jay-Z's. As far as success, it's like, he just does. It's just real, bro. Snoop Dogg, like, he's with the Snoop Doggs and what have you. Like, those are like greats. People know these people, bro. T.I. is known, but he's not globally known like that. Like, he's not relevant. You know what I'm saying? He's not relevant. He's trying to make himself relevant, but he's not relevant. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Street Coalition says, if 50 ain't care, why he keep responding? What do you mean, why does he keep responding? Keep responding? This nigga T.I. dropped like 5 disses. What are you talking about? Bro, so you about to act like T.I. just dropped like 5 or 6 disses already? Like, how you gonna say Fifth keeps responding? This nigga is focused on his work. You saying that Fifth keeps responding is literally a lie, bro. Uncle Dust says, I usually look to be optimistic, but I can't. This is just trash. Yeah, nigga, this sound like something that should have came out in like 07 or something, maybe, but still, very mediocre. Very mediocre. Let's keep this thing going, gang. We almost done, man.
sucker niggas hate us and real ones congratulate us, and the future generations celebrate us.
Why you hate?
Yo, this reminds me of when you drink cheap liquor. That hangover is coming immediately, champ. You ain't even gotta wait for the hangover. It's on the way. Oh, it's coming in 20 minutes. This was the equivalent of downing some real cheap liquor. I ain't gonna hold you. You heard? Enterjet says this is good for hip hop. No, it's not. It's not good for hip hop, actually. I ain't gonna lie. It's not good for hip hop. This is just annoying at this point. You heard? Enterjet also says 50 rhyme is not all that. Singer made song 50 can rap doing little analogies about BS that means nothing, but it's cool. It's all hip hop, man. I ain't gonna lie. You backpackers don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all be putting things about backpack standards. Let me say this again. You backpackers think everything, it's good for hip hop. Doesn't matter. Battle, hip hop. That's what we need. Battles. No, we don't. We don't need battles, nigga. Because every time there's a battle, you niggas get goofy, man. You niggas don't know how to act when there's a goddamn battle, nigga. Yeah, you backpackers be saying these things. You dig? Who the F you think you talking to, clan? I'm talking to you. And you know what you about to do? You about to hit the gym. I don't give a damn what you are. You heard? I don't care if you a dog, cat, a sea lion, a land tiger. You about to go take this hug. You heard? Oh, champ. Yeah, you about to hug something. You heard? Salute to Uncle Dut, man. He got you going. But I'm going to give you an extra 86K since you've been such a good sport, champ. You need an extra free day at the gymnasium. I ain't going to hold you, gang. Oh, champ. But this is mid-pack. I ain't gonna hold you. This is mid-pack. I ain't gonna hold you. Tasha Lay 11 TV with $2 in town tax. It says, champ, what do you think about Eminem on the cover? Eminem is his friend. That's the only thing I can say about that. Do you think that M is gonna jump on a diss and diss T.I. or something? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I don't really care for Eminem like that. But I don't really care for Eminem like that. But if let's just say M was to do something, right? This whole thing is over with. Because Eminem's fan base is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. He has a crazy fan base. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. This is nasty. Is there any more to this nonsense? Yeah, he just repeats himself. We good. We alright, gang. What the hell? Nasty word. Street Coalition says 50's so much bigger than he needs to ignore him. He actually giving T.I. more oxygen, but 50's too. How is 50 sensitive? I don't think you're paying attention, homie. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you're paying attention. I'm gonna be real. And I'm saying that because how are you saying 50's giving T.I. too much attention? He ain't really been talking about, bro. He's actually been ignoring him. To be honest, and ain't nobody gonna tell me different because nigga, I've been doing this. Salute to Belinda or Bell with $9.99 in town taxes, keeping the IRS off her back. Or champ, yo, listen, it's tax season, gang. But yo, listen, I'm watching everything. Been watching everything. Everything is T.I. with Fish Frank in his mouth. I'm gonna be honest. And if somebody feels some type of way about that, who gives a damn? I don't care. People being in their fit. It's crazy how people are so emotionally invested in this. I'm not really emotionally invested. I just logically know what the hell's going on. And T.I.'s clout chasing. T.I.'s a narcissist, and he wants attention. See, hold on. The reason why this is even happening is because T.I. is offended that 50 look at him like he's a little guy. Well, T.I., everyone will look at you like you're a little guy. Jay-Z thinks you're a little guy. Anyone who's bigger than you thinks you a little guy. You wouldn't win a versus with Snoop Dogg. You wouldn't win a versus with 50 Cent. You wouldn't win a versus with Jay-Z. These are just people you wouldn't win a versus with. They're people who are bigger than you. Fifth is a bigger celebrity than you. He's more legendary than you. There's a reason why Ice-T says 50 Cent is the first gangster rapper. Because this nigga was living the raps. This nigga was chart topping, but at the same time in these streets dealing with niggas like Jimmy Henchman and other people in these streets. Still, nigga, Tony Yayo's crib getting shot up. 50 Cent's on Billboard, nigga. Niggas is battling Jimmy Henchman, one of the biggest gangsters in New York City history, while it's being on Billboard. T.I.'s chains getting snatched in Houston. His chains getting snatched in New York. He's taking the stand. He's doing Crime Stoppers. That's not gangster. So niggas can talk all that gangster nonsense, but the track record says different. Somebody's really living this, and another person, I don't know, they did 1 year in jail with multiple machine guns that had suppressors on them. Now, how in the world you got multiple machine guns with suppressors out there in Atlanta, Georgia, of all places, and you only do 1 year in federal prison? Meanwhile, anybody else that just had 2 weapons and 2 machines, period, is doing a low bid. The niggas don't have to sit for a little minute. So how the hell that work? You heard? Salute to JP. Exactly. T.I. was getting bullied by Atlanta by Shorty Low. Exactly. Shorty Low ran Atlanta though. People don't even know nothing about Atlanta for real. Niggas just be talking. Just like if you think young niggas, you don't know nothing about Atlanta. I know because I got people connected to people who's like Gunna, YSL, Pee Wee, and them. I know people in Atlanta for real. Only niggas in Atlanta know that Young Thug is not really a rat, and that what happened with that. Niggas don't really know nothing about Atlanta. Niggas just be talking. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Shorty Low had the muscle in Atlanta. That's a fact. Before Shorty Low passed, he was the muscle in Atlanta. That nigga really ran Bankhead and all that. Like, niggas don't even be knowing what they talking about. Niggas just be chatting. Sean Moon says, 50 had to do a similar thing about domestic violence. What do you mean a similar thing about domestic violence? What are you talking about, bro? Thus says facts, an unregistered suppressor will get you football numbers. You hear me, champ? But let's not forget multiple machines with multiple suppressors on those things, champ. We talking about a multitude of machine guns with suppressors on them. It's crazy. A multitude, champ. That's a lot. 1 year? Well, what did you do, champ? Now listen, I say it again. You know what I mean? Street Cola, she says M ignored the game, Nas ignored Jim Jones. That's not true. Nas did not ignore Jim Jones. Not in the past, anyway. Remember when you must have not been around when Dipset and Nas was going at it. Jay-Z ignores everyone. 50 should have ignored T. Nigga, you don't get to tell niggas what to do. I don't see this, and this is my thing, right? He don't gotta follow in other niggas' footsteps. You saying Jay-Z ignored it? Nah, who cares about what 50, Nas, and M did, nigga? 50 is 50. This is what separates 50 from them, nigga. Niggas ain't obligated to do no ignoring of anything if they don't want to, nigga. If somebody feels petty enough to make mention, then that's what's just gonna happen. You feel me? Drew Hill says, bruh, 50 been an informant talking about being in the streets, LMAO. I know who you are, by the way. And it's like, you have multiple accounts, and I know exactly who you are. I'm gonna just tell you that. And when I find out who you are, you better hope I don't. I'm gonna just be honest with you, Cammy. When I find out who you are, we gonna see how long you be on YouTube for. When I find out who you are, by the way. Since you want to talk about what's gangster, I'm going to show you what's gangster soon. By the way, take that how you want to take it. But when I find out who you are, just wait. That's what I'm going to say. You will talk some gangsters. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. You'll see. JP says Shorty Low wanted to be respected as an artist like T.I. T.I. wanted to be respected in the streets and Bankhead like Shorty Low. Shorty Low was really in these streets. You remember Shorty Low used to be with Gucci Mane and online. They was really moving things out there. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Billy Ware says, y'all really believe T.I. is who he is in his raps. It's crazy. Don't nobody really nobody in the city he claimed. The only thing I can say about T.I. is he could go anywhere in the city of Atlanta and be good. People will back T.I., but T.I. is not that gangster. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be honest. You feel me? I'm going to be real. Stop this nonsense. Lamar Lawrence says, Tip said ain't no back and forth while it's dropping 5 tracks. Nigga, Fifth just did a theme song and took a shot. That's it. Marcia Grant says 50's pulling a Drake. A Drake in which way though? How is this Drake related? See, here's the difference between 50 and Drake. Drake is actually dissing people and making diss records. 50 ain't make a diss record and God knows when. To be honest, the Power theme is not a diss record. He's just taking a shot. That's not a diss record. Taking a shot at somebody is not a diss record. A diss record is a tailor-made song geared towards a person that is attacking them. He only took one shot. It's that simple. He took one shot. That's it. Feel what I'm saying? Salute to the homie Maybach in the building. All chant. All chant. Yeah. That's not a diss record though. He took a shot. Like, bro, not really focused on, bro. He just being petty. Yeah, how was 50 pulling a Drake don't make sense because the nigga Drake was actually doing diss records. So we gotta make it make sense. Like, y'all just be saying things because it sound good, but it don't make sense. Saying things out of emotion and etc. doesn't mean you're right. Just because you emotionally feel that way doesn't mean that you're correct. You're actually wrong because logically it don't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta be real. Yeah. Alright, look. I don't know what that means, man. I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? You see that Drew Hill guy stopped talking once I said what I said. I know who you are, bro. I'm telling you. I know exactly who you are. You heard? Matter of fact, let me get your account. Let me get your account before you dip out of here. Because I literally know who you are. And when I find you in real life, bro, I'm telling you, you don't know me. You don't know me. You gonna find out. I'm telling you, bro. You do not know me. But when I see you in person, because I can go wherever I want. When I see you, bro, I'm telling you, keep thinking this internet thing is a game. I'm not playing with nobody. Bro. Don't let it get past internet, because you don't know who you talking to. I'm telling you. Y'all niggas keep thinking this, oh, this is just internet. Yo, homie. You better ask about things that I've done to people? Allegedly. That's what I'm going to say. Keep playing. I'm telling you. I'm going to run this 50 clip, though.
Niggas still can't move me. I'm back for my dope boy grandma. Your daddy made your mama eat every box in Atlanta. Frick shit, peep shit, keep shit on the low, but everybody know.
Y'all be playing a dangerous game on this internet, man. I ain't gonna lie. Tasha Slay says 50 theme gonna be here when T.I. great grandkids be born. Power is a brand. That's a fact. That's a long lasting show. Niggas gonna run that like, damn, well, whose mother was eating box in Atlanta? You'll have to ask AI. That's crazy, right? It's crazy that these disses is gonna be around when people pass on. It's wild. People gonna pass on and see that these diss records was happening back in the day. I'm like, damn. It's kind of wild. B&Z says, so T.I. had 50 on his mind while everybody was asleep. I mean, to his argument, right? To his argument, 50 did take a shot, but 50 smart. I think Fifth did this knowing that T.I. is so emotional that he would respond anyway. But to me, responding to the shot is useless, right? Because you already dropped your disses. So you want to drop more disses, and these disses are not good disses. This is trash, man. I ain't gonna lie. I already played the little T.I. diss. I'm not playing it again because I don't want to hurt your brain, champ. But I ain't playing it again. Mr. Goddamn says crazy work diabolical. 1000%. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Maybach says playing internet games until they get tapped on shoulders. Hey, listen. Allegedly, I done got some shoulders tapped. I ain't gonna hold you, gang. Allegedly, the maiden already got some shoulders tapped, so I think niggas need to chill out, gang. Cause one thing you don't want is the maid to find where you at. I ain't gonna lie. Pretending to be gangster or talking crazy to me or trying to defame my name in any way, I might have to tap you on your shoulder. I ain't gonna hold you. In real life. I might have to tap you on the shoulder. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all be wildin'. I done already did these things. I'm telling you. Y'all keep thinking YouTube is a game, champ. It ain't. Yeah, things get real. You gotta leave the internet, champ. Brandy Burger says definitely delusional. Very, very delusional, indeed. I'm just saying. You feel me? Cadillac says them sons gotta listen to this. This is going to hurt more than that picture. See, and listen, I'm under the impression that King Harris and Damani gonna end up dropping more disses. And again, I think that's unnecessary though. But I think Fifth understands that this is a possibility. All we gonna get is King Harris and Damani dropping more disses. Maybe. I don't know. You heard? I don't know. JB says, do you think T.I. will sue 50 and Stars if they still own the Power Series because of the new theme song? If he does, he's being a pool of says. I ain't gonna lie. If T.I. sues 50 and Stars, that's gonna make him look very bad. Because we already seen what they did. So you could dish it, but you can't take it back as nasty work. So you could dish all this disrespect. If T.I. was to sue Stars and 50 Cent, that nigga would look crazy. Do you know how much scrutiny he would get? This would only work in Fifth's favor. If he was to file a lawsuit against Stars, that's crazy. But truth be told, he can't sue 50 anyway, because there's no proof that this is a diss towards T.I. There's no evidence supporting that this is a T.I. diss, even if we know it to be a T.I. diss. You could try to sue all you want. Prove that he's talking about you, champ. You'd be talking about a random woman eating box in Atlanta. You don't have proof that he's talking about you. He didn't say your name or anything. He just said a blanket statement. You know what I'm saying? Tasha Slay says that intro is past the goal line. The doc gonna have to dig T.I. and Tiny out the dirt. 30 accusers. Imagine a 20-part series of 30 accusers. Y'all niggas ain't even peeping what's going on, champ. He said, damn, that theme song a few bars. It's a theme song, it's not a diss record. But, you know, a lot of people gonna say it's a diss record. 48 Laws of Power, man. And the Honor War. Niggas be talking all that mumbo jumbo nonsense, but don't be that goddamn smart. T.I. not as smart as y'all think, man. Y'all be fooled by this vocabulary. Listen, people who use big vocabulary words ain't smart people, bro. I'm gonna be honest. You might think somebody's smart because they use these big, complex terms and all that, but that don't mean nothing. That's because you use big words. Don't be fooled by someone saying big words. You feel me? Don't be fooled by saying, like, half the people they tell you are geniuses are not that smart, champ. All these big ass words don't mean nothing, nigga. It means nothing. You can say all the big Encyclopedia Brown terms if you want to, champ. It don't mean a goddamn thing, I promise. Billy Ware says Fifth out here making a puppet out of T.I. and he don't even realize it. See? Yeah, of course. 1,000%. Listen, this gets more diabolical, and it will get worse. Trust me. The end result of this is gonna be funny. I ain't gonna lie. The end result of this is gonna be funny. T.I.'s too emotional and too much of a goddamn narcissist to even realize what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. We just gotta be real about the situation, nigga. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I got my family involved. Yeah, my family. Yeah, family man. Yeah, where's your family? Yeah, like shut up, nigga. Oh, champ. I'm a man of morals, and niggas it's always these goddamn niggas talking about they a man of morals. Whole time you be a goddamn weirdo. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of like shut up, nigga. Nobody asked you. Now all these backpackers are siding with Atlanta now all of a sudden. You niggas just said y'all hated Atlanta and that Atlanta was ruining hip-hop last year. Here go the backpackers back trying to glaze Atlanta. Y'all niggas don't like Atlanta, nigga. Y'all hate Future. Y'all hate majority of the rappers that come out of Atlanta, nigga. Now y'all pretending y'all T.I. fans is nasty work. T.I. is hip-hop. He wasn't hip-hop. Like, nigga, last year you wasn't saying that. Last year you wasn't saying that. Sean Long says making a documentary about abusing women because that's essentially what it is. It's crazy work when you have a checkered past with women, but y'all ignore that and just say 50 is clever. Ignore what? What are we ignoring? What are we ignoring, Chimp? Go ahead. Niggas talk about what Fifth, so talk about what Fifth did. Are you gonna lie and say that he set the house on fire? Because he didn't do that. I'm from Queens. I'm telling you he didn't do that. 50 ain't have nothing to do with that. The person that set his baby mom's house on fire was a Haitian dude with a scar on his face, bro. What are you talking about? And that was not 50. You niggas don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all just chatting because somebody else said it. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? Belinda Bell says, yup, he tells on himself and he's pimping and the doctor's coming. Yeah, you stupid. Nigga talk, I've been pimping since the giddy up. Really, champ. Not a good idea to say that. The worst thing you could say as a rapper right now is saying that you're pimping in any way, shape, or form. Not the best idea. You can get federal charges for pimping. You don't want to be under the microscope of pimping at all. Especially now, champ. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. You heard Brandy Burger says backpackers is crazy. Yo, salute to Stat Cole, man. He made that term. Yeah, these niggas is backpackers, man. You know what I'm saying? They got a school lunch in their book bag next to some CMOS gel. You heard? Niggas is grown men with school lunch in their bag. You know what I'm saying? Mom's still packing them up a PB&J, you know. They got an organic PB&J sandwich with organic potato bread. You heard? Organic potato bread, organic jelly, organic peanut butter, and some CMOS gel as a side dish. Okay? You got some CMOS pudding. Champ, you got a side of CMOS pudding. Yeah, champ. And apparently they're better than us, champ. Yeah, they better than us. Yeah, these backpackers. You know, niggas be having self picnics and all. Niggas be having self picnics by themselves by the lake, sitting Indian style, eating a goddamn organic PB&J sandwich. Then they talk about it on Twitter and on how good it was. Said I got to have a divine intervention with self. I sat in the grass and I ate my organic PB&J. And I see my reflection in the lake and I thought, how divine am I? Like, shut up, nigga. Nigga be making poetry on Twitter and all. Niggas be thinking they holier than thou and all. Like, that be these niggas, man. Calling themselves hip hop purists. Niggas don't know nothing about no goddamn hip hop. Niggas don't even come from hip hop. You talking about they hip hop purists. Nigga, you're from Bakersfield, California, nigga. You don't know anything about hip hop. Shut up. Shut up, bro. Do us all a favor. You know what I mean? Keith Shell says T.I. needs to stop using words bigger than him. LOL. Yeah, man. Yeah, champ. DJ Superman Slaughter says, shout out to the South Side, Jamaica Queen. Shout out to the South Side. You already know. You already know. Yeah, hip hop purists, champ. These is theater kids, man. These are some goddamn theater. These niggas was in plays all throughout high school talking about they hip hop purists. Nigga, you played the tree in Romeo and Juliet, nigga. You not a hip hop purist, nigga. This nigga played the tree in Romeo and Juliet, nigga. This nigga think he a goddamn hip hop. I mean hip hop purist. Gangster rap, huh? That's not hip hop. Shut up, Mark Twain. Nigga, anybody ask you? Get your Shakespeareic ass on, nigga. The hell's wrong with you, champ? DJ Ango Southwest and T.I. is already big enough. Words. Big enough for what? Big enough for what exactly? I don't know. I don't know. Listen, gang. At this point, I just want the disses to stop. At this point, I don't even want to hear nothing else from T.I. I damn sure don't want to hear nothing from King Harris. Or Dumani had the best diss. I will say that Dumani, out of everyone, had the more a diss that was actually listenable. I will say that Dumani actually had a diss worth listening to. I'll say that. That's what I will say. But other than that, I don't really want to hear no disses, man. We done, man. Stop trying to drag this. Nigga clout chasing hard. You clout chasing, gang. Cadillac says if you listen to his last interview, he repeated King's words before he called him. Oh, man. That means it's staged, bro. That means it's staged. Naptown Daniel says, I'm so tired of that garlic knot boy kick. Calling him a garlic knot is crazy, I ain't gonna lie. But he is the same complexion as a goddamn cheesy bread from Domino's. So you have a great point, I ain't gonna lie. Sean Long says, on trial for beating 3 women, pled guilty in Opal. Nigga, we know this. Yeah, somebody hit 50 with a bottle when he was on stage and he put hands on like 3 women in the front of the stage or whatever. Yeah, he did that. Yeah, he did. Okay. What do you want, a cookie, nigga? What you think? I don't know that. This happened in Brooklyn back in like 05. $50 hits of women. Did he Bill Cosby them? Listen, if somebody threw a bottle at you, listen, I'm not justifying what Fifth did or whatever. Yeah, he jumped in the crowd and hit some women because he thought that they might have threw a bottle at him. I mean, are you gonna let people throw things at you? Is what I'm gonna ask. Are you gonna let people throw things at you? Yeah, he did that, but what is that in comparison to somebody allegedly Bill Cosbying some like 30 women? You see how that's like a complete difference. Like a concert incident is different. Salute to Billy. Well, yeah, Fifth beating 3 women is not the same as Bill Cosby and 30 women. Y'all nasty for that. Yeah, y'all weird, man. What the hell are y'all trying to even make the comparison for? Yo, gang, do the man a favor, man. Smash the boy like, hit the hype button. I know it's early as hell. It's very early. It's early as hell. If you're new to the Mayor's channel, man, make sure you subscribe, man. If you're brand new, turn notification bells on for all the Mayor's content. And like I said, man, I've been seeing people make deletion threats at me and all that. Yo, gang, don't make no deletion threats at me, fam. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna be straight up. You keep talking, bro. You keep running your mouth, and you know exactly who you are. When I find out exactly who you are, you will be tapped on the shoulder personally by me. I'm gonna tap you on your shoulder in real life. Keep playing these games. I know who you are, champ. You keep running your mouth. I'm telling you, this is gonna go past the internet because you don't know me. You don't want to know me. Niggas think this internet thing is sweet. You think I'm sweet. I'm gonna show you. Niggas talking all that nonsense online. Keep thinking that it's funny offline. Keep thinking that. I don't want you to. That's my last words. That's my last words for you bozos out there, or you bozo on multiple accounts. I got you. Up these likes, hit that hype button, and one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. You ready, gang? Hold on. It's the Mayor, the one and only New York Mayor, F. Mom Donnie. And you rockin' with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham. And you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.